Hey everyone, welcome back. Bigelow Reviews here. I am Brent Bigelow, and I have a new review for you, and that is Saba's new album, A Few Good Things. So this is Saba's follow-up project to his 2018 album, Care For Me. This is also his third studio album. It's been a while since he's released a project. He does a lot of other musical stuff. He's a producer. Saba's a busy man in the music world. But growing up, he's a Chicago kid, rubbing shoulders with guys like Chance the Rapper, JID, and then even Shmino, hanging out with those guys early on in his career during the early 2010s. I never really dug into his music that much. I know the name. I've heard him perform off of Chance the Rapper's one project that he worked on. But I know the name. I know his vibe. And I was excited for this album to drop. And then how don't you click on a beautiful album cover like this? Like, this is a beautiful album cover. Shout out to whoever took that photo and wherever that photo came from, because it's a great album cover for sure. But when it comes to this whole project as a whole, the music and the vibe of the album kind of feels like a little smushed together. Like it's all trying to do a little too much than what it's supposed to. With a runtime of like 48 minutes, at times this project can feel a little lengthy and a little monotonous. The album does start strong with the second track on here being One Way. I like the plucky bass in the song. It kind of feels like almost like Thundercat like. The tambourine and then just like the whole bouncy kind of feel of the track tickles my fancy. I like this one a lot. Then the followed up track, Survivor's Guilt with G Herbo, comes on a little too strong than what you like for an album like this. Projects like this should kind of have more like a vibey feel. Albums like this should kind of have more of a vibey feel, kind of like a Tribe Called Quest type thing in the earlier days. Just kind of glide along and just kind of does his thing. Even Joey Badass does a really good job kind of doing this type of style of hip hop. But yeah, definitely G Herbo on this track makes the album and it just feels out of place. It's too aggressive for the whole feel of this project. But that kind of runs through the entire issue that I have with this whole project. It just feels like it's slightly bloated and trying to be a little more creative than what it actually needs to be. Like I said, One Way is one of my favorite tracks on here. Come My Way with Crazy Bones is a pretty cool song. If you don't know who Crazy Bones is, he is part of like the rap R&B group from Cleveland called Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bum 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 bum. I love that song. Love it, love it, love it. But that track goes right into the next song that has Shmino and 6 Black on it. That song being Still, and it just flows right into each other. And this album really should kind of have more of that type of vibe to it. It's lacking that like fluidness all the way through. But with those two tracks, like it really made me excited for what the rest of the album had to offer, but it didn't really have much for me. But definitely having like Crazy Bone on here and then like Shmino and Black and then Saba on here, it feels like a handing of the torch when it comes to like that harder R&B rap style. But then the final track on here is also pretty good. It's the last track and the title track of the whole project being Few Good Things. Which has a feature by Black Thought on it, which is like the main guy of The Roots. Not Questlove. Questlove is pretty much the focal figure of The Roots, but Black Thought being like the rapper and lyricist of the group. He shows up on here and kills it. Drops a great verse, and then even Saba does a really good job kind of like standing toe-to-toe with him. The whole song, it's like a 3-part track. It's like 8 minutes long to finish the whole thing out, talking about like leaving a legacy and how in life we only get like a few moments where things are like actually good things are happening for us, and other than that, it's probably a bad moment in life. So we have to enjoy those few good things that happen in our lives and really capitalize off of those and hope for the best. Another song in here that was kind of like in the weird middle of the road category for me was the track Fearmongerer. It has this like happy-go-lucky feel to it, but it doesn't quite fit the mold of what this album's trying to do. It has this like To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar vibe to it, and then even like some like George Clinton inspired bass patterns on here as well, just kind of like finishing off the track. But yeah, this project feels just a slightly bloated. I don't know if there could have been like a little more focus, a little more something on it. Obviously I wasn't in the studio, but it feels like there's like a weird element to it where it could be just like a little bit better. But Saba's always been in this weird category, even with his previous project. A lot of people loved it, but it always had like this like missing quality to him. But A Few Good Things has a few good songs on it. I saved and I put on the playlist for you guys to listen to. But I'm feeling like a 44 on this one. What do you guys think? Put your scores down in the comment section below. Share, like, and subscribe to this video. Follow me on Twitter at Bigelow Reviews or at 72BrentNerd27. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Biggie out.